We want to update you on what's going on in Third, and nobody does that better than the president of Third, S.K. Park. Thank you for joining us, as always.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, yes. It's good to see you. I know you're very busy today. You got meetings to go to right after this. You're always working.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about what you wanted to come in today. We're talking a lot about budget, but first I want to start with like the Third Mutual Board status in terms of how are things going on the board,
yes.
Some of the ways you guys talk to the community and things like that.
Right. So I'd like to report all our Third Mutual residents, several things that affect our residents. First was board status, and the second is budget, current battle is budget. And the third is landscape activity, and then MNC activity, and then what we're doing with the mutual board, like United Mutual and Third Board Mutual, so how we coordinate each other, and then we all three board directors.
Right. And when you say budget battles, you're not talking about the directors yourself battling over this. You're just talking about you in the fight for how you're going to make the money work.
Right. Not only that, it's the balancing act between cut and increase. So it's interesting time for us.
Interesting. May you live in interesting times, right?
Yes.
The old saying. All right. So let's talk about budget for you guys are on your third version of the budget as you go into for 2026, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
Where do we stand there in terms of that?
Right now, our third board are very, very much united and excellent cooperation among our board of directors. And then, like I said, 2026 budget version 3 has been reviewed. And I'd like to note everybody that third town hall meeting is the last Wednesday of every month. And at that time, we'll gather informations and issues and suggestions to make better life in our Third Mutual area. And then new resident orientation is now scheduled every month instead of every quarter. And also, I'd like to encourage every resident to join Third Mutual Resident Open Meeting on the third Tuesday of every month. Not that many people interested, I don't know, but not that many people coming in the board meeting. So, like you said, our budget for 2026, there are two different budget funding. One is the operating fund, the other one is the reserve fund. And operating fund this year is pretty good. It is equal to last year 2025 budget.
Right.
But the problem is reserve fund. Reserve fund is for replacement and some disaster fund and so forth. Unfortunately, since Governor Newsom made an executive order in 1825, we have to reserve $10 million for fire preparedness requirement.
Okay.
That is a big.
That's a big chunk.
Fund. Yes, big chunk. We have to
and that reserve fund you guys use for roof replacements and rot, in the woods and big things like that. And that's been getting cut down. And now you're actually having to have another $10 million on top of that.
Right. We couldn't cut reserve fund for dry rots and PPRPs and so forth. We can't, because if we cut down, then our maintenance schedule is going to be jeopardized. So. Not only the $10 million fire preparedness requirement, but we need increase our, good example, we had to increase about $850,000 for supplemental for the dry rot issue. Our building, as you all know, is 60 years old.
Yeah.
We need to repair a lot of things. So those areas is going to be a pretty impact on our budget. So right now, our mutual budget is about 5%. And that is $30.67 increase as a version 3. And that mostly our increase on reserve fund. And the replacement fund and increase will be $188.86. However, one good thing is our Director Muchnick did a pretty good job, excellent job to lowering our property insurance premium.
And you worked with
by-
another board to get those down, right?
Yes, and then $1.25 million reduction in 2026. And I hope in the future we can do some, we are talking about self-insurance for the property insurance. I hope we can go that route so that we don't have to pay this a lot amount of the insurance in the future.
Now, one of the issues you talked about is lots are going out in the reserve funds,
Yes.
but not as much as coming in, and that's been kind of an unfortunate
Yes.
trend for the past few years, right?
Yes, starting 2024, we assessed less than we're spending. So I like to curve that spending habit to the other way around. But I hope I'm successful for that.
Well, I mean, in the reserve, I mean, there's necessary things in there. There's no
Yes.
frivolous spending going on. It's just that some things with inflation, with the cost of the replacement, like the dry rot and the roof
Right.
repairs, there's just the costs are higher than expected, right?
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, I think my goal in our VMS activity is efficiency improvement. Efficiency improvement is saving money. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Right.
And also, it's hard to achieve the things that we need, repair and so forth. However, my goal is we want to do what we need to repair first, not what we want.
Right.
So that's the goal that I've been telling people, and also our directors agree with that.
Yeah, some of those needs are like they aren't big. You know, dry rot is not a real fancy. Hey, we improved Clubhouse 3 kind of thing, but it's
Yes.
like it's a necessary thing,
Right.
as opposed to a want. Hey, we'd
Right.
love to have this, but we can't afford it right now.
Right.
Right.
So, my top priority is our resident roof. That we got to cover that first. So resident is the first to me.
So we got some charts we want to jump into in terms of what the budget is starting to look like. Let's jump into those charts if we can.
Yes, our increased net operating fund is pretty much the same as last year. If you can see the numbers, that the chart, I didn't put down page number, but yeah, you got that right. Net operating cost is charge is $428 versus $425 of this year. So it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
But reserve fund, 176 to 188. That hurt me a little bit, I think. And also restricted fund, that is for $10 million requirement for the state. I think it's going to go up a little bit further on next year budget, I think. So those things are really hitting hard for us this year.
So the assessment, what's it looking like in total for the bottom line for people who are going to get that monthly bill? What are they looking at increase-wise from last year?
Increase-wise from last year to this year is going to be total for the only third mutual portion is going to be about 5%.
Okay.
But if I include GRF budget as well, then it's going to be 6.4%.
Okay.
So
an increase is coming most likely for first and third.
I hate to say this. I hate to admit that. But,
well, nobody likes that, right? And I think that's one of the things that you guys balance as a board. You have to balance it with the resident. You're a resident here. You don't want to pay more every month. Nobody does.
Absolutely.
But there are certain realities that you guys have to face in terms of the cost of things, the mandates from the state, inflation and things like that, right?
Yes, absolutely. So
one of the big things is replacing the money in the reserve fund, which needs to be robust, right?
I think based on our reserve study, we're at about 30% of the total required reserve. So I like to see that goes up as well. But once the PPRP implemented, then we'll have savings from water conservation, and also the dry rot issue is going to be quite down because not moisture intrusions and so forth regarding the watering some areas and so forth. So I hope we can reduce some expenses for that related matters. I hope we can do some
Right. Eventually, when these big ticket items go away, there's going to not be such an impact.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, in terms of landscape areas, we did not change compared to last year that much, but some things we improve a lot. Mowing schedule remain as a 27 times per year, where we adjust them weekly in summer and monthly in winter season. Shrub is 6 cycles, where the United is at the 4 cycles.
So now the 6 cycle, why the increase on that if we're trying to save money?
We got a lot of complaints about the shrub maintenance.
Right, okay.
Problem. Yes.
So that's one of the things you're doing for residents, but that comes with a cost too, right?
Yes, that was about $800,000 per year expenses.
Okay.
So, and also the slope, we got a lot of complaints. So slope maintenance schedule we've done by outside contract versus in-house slope maintenance. Outside the contract, we increase from 2 times to 3 times a year. So that's another increase.
Yet another kind of thing that just it needs to be done.
Right.
And then tree trimming.
Tree trimming,
which I mean, we have more trees here than anywhere.
I think since we do have a Bartlett trimming. Some people, I'm getting mixed signal from our residents. Some saying it's a good trimming, some saying it's not so good. So we need to figure out and find out what is not so good area.
Everybody's an expert.
I'm not. I don't know about the trimming that much.
And I mean, we live in a place called Laguna Woods, so it's certainly going to be some trees that need to be trimmed every once in a while.
Yes. So I'm not expert. I'm not arborist, so I don't know that much about the tree trimming either. And also, important activity for landscape is AB 1572. Everybody knows that we need the money to do the non-functional remove from our gate 14,
right.
gate 11
this is a mandate from the state that says that you need to get rid of just giant grass areas that are being mowed and watered that no one's using. They're just there for aesthetics, need to go away.
Yes.
And that's an effort to save water and save those kind of things, but in the immediate, it's a big cost to do those kinds of things.
Big cost. As you can see, we need a significant amount, approximately $10 million we need to do that. I'm exempting water saving rebate, but come up with a $10 million, that's not a small amount.
No, no, $1 million here, $1 million there, you start talking about real money.
Yes, I'd like to have $1 million in my pocket. And also, we do have PPRP, that is basically saying, okay, all the grass and plants and so forth, shrubs, we want to plant with the drop tolerant material. That's a PPRP. Before painting. That program is going on pretty well. It started at cul-de-sac 330, and now we're in the gate 14 area. And some area I liked it, most of them, but some area I didn't like it, so I report to landscape.
Okay.
And another that big hit is AB 3074. That's a big fire zone 0. That's the area we need to prepare for. All the trees has to be removed.
Right. Anything close to whatever within certain feet of the house and those kind of things to not add fuel to a fire that's moving towards dwellings and things like that, right?
And I guess we have to because it's emergency, what do you call it, declaration from Governor Newsom?
Right,
Yeah,
right. And I think that we've seen that with, with the fires and the winds that swept through up in Los Angeles, and they believe, they certainly say that they could have saved more homes had there not been so much shrubbery and trees and things like that were fueling right next to homes.
Yes.
So and it makes sense on paper, but the cost and the planning and the impact to communities is a big deal.
Yeah, one of our Korean American Association donate, I believe was $26,000 to the Palisade fire zone. We donate some money to that. That is unfortunate happenings. Yeah. Okay, so that's a landscape activity. And the maintenance and construction activity, we're going through very
There's that
bad.
word again, dry rot.
Yes. I misspoke. We had a supplemental appropriation of $700,000 in 2025, and I'm expecting it's going to go up higher because big beams being badly damaged by water.
And once you get in there and people take a look and those inspections happen, there's a lot more usually, unfortunately, once you open up stuff.
Right. And right now, the PPRP is at the Gate 14 area. And I'd like to ask all our third residents, please do not have too many flower pots. That is hurting our woods.
Right, with the overwatering of that, the water seeps out.
Yes.
Right.
And our unit, 4008, and the 4007 that I see is very much all the flower pot under the walkway, and they do water every day, and it's overflowing and get damaged. So I instructed our compliance department to cut down in order to compliance with all the flower pot.
As beautiful as they look, in the long run, they can do some serious damage over
time. Flower is good, but we need to be careful of all those. And also, on the maintenance and construction, the road repair and also pipe epoxy lining and so forth. What we have been doing is we schedule certain number of the house units, the epoxy lining, and the certain areas, the road repairs or street coating and so forth. Instead of that, I ask, see if we can do based on need base. If we must repair. If we must resurface, repaving, we're repaving it. But please use a common sense.
Yeah.
In order not to just blindly resurfacing or epoxy lining, just clean up the pipe first and then look at inside and see if we need repair.
Right. And that's a tough balancing act. You don't want to defer maintenance to the point where there's an emergency, but there's also like, hey, if this road is looking good, why are we doing this?
Absolutely. I'll give you one good example. I don't know whether you know that, but I've visited many different locations, residents, and so forth. So right now, our seal coating is going on at what we call wedding cake area. And I try to find what we need, resurface street coating or not. And I don't see that many cracks in that area. So I said, maybe it's the time to restrain those coating activities, so forth. So all I'm saying is, let's do based on need base, not the want base.
Right. So, on a random schedule sometimes doesn't exactly need it at the time.
Right. So, well, and another area that I want to report to you about the VMS activity. That is community service center look pretty good.
Yes.
But what we've been trying to accommodate is what we call service level expectations. That is based on time. How long it takes before they respond to ticket or complaints and so forth. And as I see it, using common sense, it's very wide range of response time, like days and weeks and months and months and months. In some cases, 6 months to respond.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I believe we can type those down to reasonable time. And then that, based on that, if we respond and finish the work, and I think it will be improve on our efficiency. And also, I'm expecting ERP project completed by this year, so that every single technician or union workers will have a tablet to improve efficiency of ordering part, and working finish, and so forth. So I hope
a good streamlining of the process.
Yes, and I hope that is the case. And another thing that related to VMS since 2018, we have not had a contract between mutuals and VMS. And I hope this year, before my term ends, we sign a contract between VMS and the United and Third Mutual
Okay.
Board.
And one of the last things we want to do, we're going to run through this kind of quick, is like you guys are communicating between the boards and all these kind of things, kind of like having these meetings and
Yes.
kind of learning from each other, right?
Right, yes. Right now, we do have monthly 2 meetings. One is president and vice president meeting with the United and Third to get together because the similarities there and the exchange ideas and learn from each other.
Right.
And that one example is by doing so, we can lower the insurance premium
Right.
significant amount. And also, we do have a 3 president meeting, GRF, United and Third, president meeting each other, exchange what need to be done, and so forth. That's what what I have been working on.
Well, you seem like you're pretty busy, and I'll let you get back to work. I know you have a meeting to go to right after
Yes,
this. So,
yes.
SK Park from Third Mutual, thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
everything. Appreciate
Thank you
it.
having me. Yes.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back with a preview of our upcoming movies. Stay with us.
Thank you.